Today I wanted to give you guys a long-term review on the stubby bumper from Motobilt. It's their Crusher series, and I got it on my Jeep Rubicon Gladiator. Had it about 2 years, so I'd say I put it through its paces, and I'll let you know what I think about it. All right, so I'm going to tell you why I chose this style of bumper. It's the stubby bumper. So I wanted something that comes as close to the body of the Jeep as possible. And this one, look how close that is. So it hugs it quite a bit. I've seen guys with full width bumpers, and for me doing rock crawling and stuff, that is literally not what I want. I had a guy who was out where he was sticking out to here and he just put bigger tires on it and was rubbing on the bumper. So I wanted to go with the stubby bumper to keep it hugged in tight to the body of the Jeep. The things I like about Motobilt is they're built all in the United States. They're very high quality. I mean, if you look at the welds on this thing, it looks very precise, like a veteran welder's out here actually doing the work. It's all 3/16 steel, so it's going to be very strong, and I can vouch for that because I've hit a ton of rocks with this. I've rammed into like some dirt mounds and everything, and it holds up perfectly. And that's exactly what I got it for. Another thing that makes these so strong is the D-rings that are welded on. They actually go through the front to the back, and they're welded on both sides. They're 3/4 inches thick. I mean, this thing is going to be perfect if you ever got to yank somebody out, or if you yourself need to get yanked out by somebody else. They are super beefy. At its widest point, the bumper is only 46 inches wide. So that's going to allow you to have 40-inch tires without any worry of rubbing them or not. This flat portion right here was made perfectly for you mounting whatever lights you want. So I just drilled some holes and some brackets on my LP4s on both sides, and it's literally the perfect spot for some lights. A design element that I really wanted when I got a front bumper was something that had a recessed winch plate area. So this is sunk down into the bumper itself, which is really nice. It doesn't block too much of the grill up here. So that's really nice. It holds it in very strong. I've got the VR10 Evo from Warn, and that fits in perfectly. Also, the winch bolt pattern is a 10-inch by 4.5 inch, and they've tested it with Warn Xeon and Warn Evo. I've got the Evo. They say some other winches might fit on there as well, as long as they have that same bolt pattern and are the general size. If you guys are like me, I mean, styling is one of the most important things as well. So I just love this aggressive cut and angle of the side of this. Like, sometimes I feel like some of the designs of other bumpers only look really cool from the front and the side is kind of forgotten. But this is just a really cool angle. And also I love how closely tucked up it gets to the other components of the Jeep. So it's like tucked in high and tight as it can possibly get. Without sacrificing style. Other things to note about this bumper, it's about 70 pounds, so it's pretty heavy, you know, compared to an aluminum bumper, but I went with steel because I think it's going to be a little bit stronger. It also does ship raw, so you are going to have to get it powder coated just to make sure it doesn't rust everywhere. And then these holes that I had drilled myself for these LP4s, you got to do it yourself. They do not come with any holes. And that's honestly probably for the best, because then you can choose exactly what lighting setup you have. I'm not only really concerned about functionality when I buy parts for my Jeep, but I also want them to look cool. And Motobilt, I think, has some of the coolest stuff out there. Their front bumper, this one is just sick. I like the angles on it. It's aggressive, but it's also tight and compact. I love that they even cut in their Motobilt logo on the underside of the bumper. I love how this one looks, honestly, compared to any other stubby bumper I've seen on the market. Installation on this bumper is super easy. You just unbolt the original bumper and bolt on the new one. The hardest part is just that it's pretty heavy, especially if you're putting a winch in there. That winch is really heavy and kind of awkward to put on by yourself. So get a buddy, he can help lift it up. But honestly, you can get this done in maybe an hour. It didn't take me that long, and I am not super mechanically inclined. Like, I'm a bolt-on kind of guy. That's it. If there's cutting or welding, probably a little bit above my pay grade, but you guys can do this if you're at least a beginner mechanic. If your bumper right now is a plastic front bumper and not the steel bumper from Jeep, this is a no-brainer. You definitely want to upgrade. Now, if you have the steel bumper from Jeep already, you can take those little wings off and it's going to become stubby. It's not going to be that big of a difference for you as far as functionality. Looks, I think it's a big upgrade for sure. I do think it is stronger than the stock form, but you're still getting a steel bumper in that, so it's not like a necessary upgrade unless you're coming from a plastic front bumper. So like I said in the beginning, I've owned this for about 2 years and I've had zero problems with it. I've banged it on rocks and other things, and I've had to yank other people out. I've used the winch. Like, it's just perfect. It's held up. It's fantastic. I would highly recommend it to anybody looking for a stubby bumper for their JL or JT. I mean, you are not going to go wrong with this Motobilt bumper. If you guys have any other things that I may have missed that's either good about it or even maybe things you don't like about it, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this bumper. So thank you so much for watching. I got more reviews coming soon, so please subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.